It so seems that ever since the creation of the internet, people have been debating which fictional character is stronger, but this is no surprise since people have always enjoyed debating which person can beat another, whether it's boxing, football, or even in this case, anime characters. And one in particular that has been circulating YouTube like crazy for the past year, the fight between the invincible One Punch Man and the godly being himself, Goku. Now, I firmly believe that this fight is utterly pointless and makes no sense whatsoever. However, before we reach that conclusion, one must answer the first question. Who wins, Saitama or Goku? Well, like any fight between any two characters, there are only two scenarios, or routes in this case. One, that character A wins, or two, character B wins. But hold on, you might say, if this fight is truly pointless, then why are you comparing them? Well, my friend, in order to reach our conclusion, we must examine both scenarios in which characters would be victorious. In the first scenario, most Dragon Ball Z fans who claim Goku can beat Saitama argue that Goku has stronger feats, and that is no surprise since Dragon Ball is a much longer series that explores the story of a character that constantly develops and gets stronger with battle after battle, to a point where he can arguably destroy the entire universe. He can tack blasts that are able to destroy an entire planet. He can teleport and be anywhere in the world by just thinking. Therefore, Dragon Ball Z fans believe that if you were to take two characters and match them together, then you must ignore the in-universe rules and use feats as the decisive factor in order to say who wins. Which is not fair because Saitama's character was not written to have feats to represent his strengths. So doing this will hinder his power a lot to a point where he's absolutely no match for Goku. Furthermore, all the characters that Saitama has one-punched, Goku can arguably one-finger as well, so based on feats alone you can conclude that Goku wins the battle. However, that doesn't necessarily mean he is the strongest. Now moving on to the second scenario number 2. This second scenario is simple. It has nothing to do with feats, but it has to do with the fact that the majority of One Punch Man fans claim that Saitama beats Goku as he is limitless. Thus, one of the key characteristics of Saitama is that he is the strongest. He was just written to be a parody character, a joke, a character that supposedly has no equal and defeats all his opponents effortlessly with one punch. It's a narrative decision and I totally understand that, and I think based on this route, you might say that Saitama wins. But here is where the problem lies. Both scenarios depict a complete one-sided fight. In the first scenario, we take both characters from their inverse and we disregard their narrative characteristics and rely on their feats, which solely dictates this fight, which is not fair again because Saitama was not written like that. However, if we use the second scenario that is in favor of Saitama, it's still pointless because why are we putting a character who's narratively unbeatable in his own universe against someone who is beatable in his own universe? That's like you trying to figure out what is bigger, 1 billion or infinity. It just makes no sense at all to even compare both characters. It is meaningless and a waste of time. It's like the fandoms are just trying to glorify their favorite anime character by making a complete joke out of themselves. You guys need to stop this mindless circle jerk and see how utterly pointless this fight is. Just because one fictional character can beat another one should not really affect your life and make you mad. I've seen flame wars on a daily basis on almost every Saitama vs Goku video. People's obsession of this argument is just too much, and honestly the outcome of this meaningless fight should not make you enjoy any of these series any less. I personally love both animes and characters, and I think it's absolutely pointless and a waste of time to argue with people about who wins a fight that will never happen. But hey, if you enjoy doing that, then do you, but please don't do it here on my video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my perspective on this ever-long debated subject, and I hope you guys learned something. But overall, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, then please subscribe as I will bring you more anime discussions.
I understand nothing.